Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
Come on. You know I was going to talk about it. In this gaming world, man, few titles have generated as much buzz, controversy, and plain right disappointment as CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk 2077. History dating back to the tabletop game, which saw pretty good success. But ultimately, the video game has been a roller coaster ride for, us as a community and CD Projekt Red. Seeming as that they poured so much resources into the game, put so much hype behind the marketing machine.
Keanu Reeves.
You know what? It seemed like it was a failure. But guess what? We all love a good comeback story. And ultimately, Cyberpunk 2077 became a major success for CD Projekt Red. With 13 million copies sold in the first week alone, CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk 2077 became PC's largest launch to this date. Despite its bugs and performance issues, man, we had the plainest NPCs and a kind of a criminal system with the cops chasing you just didn't really work out. Not to mention the crazy bugs where you would fly across half the town and become invisible and hit a wall and die. But this didn't stop people from going to Night City as V, joining Johnny Silverhand, an immense, immersive storyline with stunning graphics and immersive gameplay, which was frankly really unique. I think people really enjoy that cyberpunk aesthetic. And with CD Projekt Red and The Witcher, it was bound to be a great story and a great video game all along. Now, here's what's really impressive. In the fiscal year 2020, CD Projekt Red posted about $563 million in total sales revenue, which is crazy. Or about net profits increased about 500% since the previous years, which probably means we're getting more Cyberpunk in the future, especially with updates and patches continue making the game better and a new DLC coming out, the Phantom Liberty, which looks chef's kiss. I'm very excited for it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited for it. I like Cyberpunk a lot. You're pretty much guaranteed to see more Cyberpunk in the future. Side note, as a quick request, CD Projekt Red, we need more supplemental content with Cyberpunk. Yes, they have a bunch of lore, but tabletop lore is kind of hard to wrangle in. But things like Cyberpunk Edge Runners,
So what do you want?
which was great, Crunchyroll's Anime of the Year. And was also amazing about that too is that they kind of incorporated it into the game later on in the patch. We need more things like this. I know they have like the emergency team comics and stuff, but keep doing that. Keep doing that. Now, what's next for CD Projekt Red? Well, we know they have The Witcher coming out, the remake, which is going to be baller. Now with Cyberpunk, can they make more DLCs, or will they just scrap 2077 and maybe set a future game, which less bugs gonna come out during launch, and maybe DLCs with that? We don't know, but it seems that CD Projekt Red is actually in a good predicament, which is like a stark difference to what we thought a couple years ago, where the actual people who work there, and I believe it was the owner or the chairman that came out and put out a message. I'm gonna put it right here.
Still core to what we do. We still want to make amazing games and have an open communication with you, our players. For now, our immediate focus is to work hard on making sure you enjoy Cyberpunk 2077 regardless of platform. Beyond Cyberpunk, we have many plans for the future, which we'll share more about when we're ready.
Okay, so what I've learned from this is that you can never count a game out. Yes, there's games like No Man's Sky that make a bounce back, and I think Cyberpunk is probably in that same category, man. I'm not gonna lie. But here's the thing that really pushed this forward. I pushed Cyberpunk to actually become a success. It was us, it was the gamers, right? We silently didn't give up on the game, even though it seemed like we did. We held CD Projekt Red to a higher standard thanks to their amazing play with Witcher. We expected good stuff, and CD Projekt Red heard us, and they did what a good studio would do. They fixed it. Now, does this mean we have our trust back in CD Projekt Red? I mean, I trust them. I imagine the new Witcher is going to be amazing, but I'm ready to put CD Projekt Red right back on that top tier, man. I'm ready to do it, and I think the gaming community is too. As long as they keep listening to us and you know working out bugs and not giving up on these IPs that they really enjoy, that we really enjoy. Cyberpunk has and The Witcher have vast, big communities outside of video games. Witcher has books, and Cyberpunk has a tabletop game with a bunch of lore, which is amazing. So if we keep holding to the standard, I think CD Projekt Red can remain one of the top developing companies and for a long time. Last little bit, y'all. Like, subscribe, follow the socials. They'll be down in the description. I haven't done the verification yet, but appreciate you watching. If you do watch it, probably not, but thank you very much. And I'll be back with another video here soon.